All right, guys, look, welcome back to the channel. Of course, this is the Gallery Backyard Barbecue, and my name is Tommy. And today's show is going to be a good one, and it is going to be a quick one, and it is going to be all about the beef back ribs. If you've ever been in the market and saw a baby back looking rack of ribs, but only they are beef, chances are those will be the beef back ribs. And usually you can get two nice racks for under 30 bucks. So I would say they are definitely a deal, especially if you don't want to spring out those $100 bills for those dino beef ribs. I mean, these are almost going to get you to the same place, but definitely cheaper and definitely in about half the time. Of course, you are not going to get that wow factor that you would with dino ribs. That said, these are definitely good eats, and these are definitely something that you shouldn't just walk by in your local market. As you can see, my lens is fogging out. We've got some more humidity in the area. We've got some heavy storms blowing in. So I got to get this show started right now. What I want to do is let's turn our attention down to the board. I've got two beef back racks of ribs ready to go, and let's start this show. And as you could see up on the screen, very close to the prime rib, your meat is going to come from in between the bones. Hardly anything on top, but we will show you how to cheat the bones later in this. When the ribs are done. First thing up, I've got some magic rib rub from Uncle Steve's Shake. You are going to want to start on the bottom end of the ribs. You can leave the membrane on. That is going to hold everything together. Get that rub on the back end. Get it on the top end. Do it about 2 to 3 hours before they hit the pit. Speaking of pits, I've got my Black Earth Hybrid all ready to go up on the deck, so let's get that fired up. So this is my Black Earth Hybrid. Basically, it is gas propane and also wood-fired pellets. So it is going to be the best of all worlds. This is how you change the pellets. I know I have had a few viewers ask. You're going to just slide that tube out, carefully fill up that tube, and then it is just going to slide back in. There are little notches on that post there. Once it pushes those notches in, it activates the pellets to go through the system. That is going to be my fireboard. So you know this pit is going to be precise, and I can tell you it smokes with the best of them. We will set that dial at 275. After it hits temp, I'll bring you guys back. So once that temp is reached, we are talking 275 Fahrenheit. You're going to want to go middle shelf, backside down, and just let it run, man. You are going to let it run for 2.5 hours or so. At that time, I'll bring you guys back. So as you can see, we are moving along quite nicely. We are about 2 hours and 15 minutes in. And as you can see, we are starting to get some pull back. The Black Earth pit is definitely laying down the smoke. We will close it down and see you guys in about another hour. And so here we are moving along, and it is about a little over 3 hours in, and you've got that heavy pullback happening. That tells me these are probably almost done. What we are going to do here is we are going to move them down to the bottom rack. Again, these are very forgiving ribs. We are going to probe them, and you're not going to probe them for temperature here for say. You want to probe them for toothpick tender, and I could tell you these slide in and out like softened butter. So these are just about done. I am going to cool that bark down. This is a straight on water spritz. You can use a little bit of apple cider vinegar and water, basically anything you want. We are just looking to cool down that bark. I am going to allow these to just sit on the pit for about another 10 minutes or so. At that time, I'll bring you back. I mean, how is that for simple? These ribs are going to come in. I lost a little track of time, but probably about 3¼ to 3.5 hours. And if you wanted to sauce these up, you can sauce them up now or sauce them up in the last half hour or so of the cook. I am going to choose no sauce for these ribs. I may sauce them a little tonight for dinner. Other than that, just get them wrapped in foil. Hit them with a little bit of moisture in that foil. You want to wrap them tight. You want to let them sit on the board probably for a good solid half hour to an hour or so. Let all those juices settle. So we will get these down to the board, allow them to sit, and after that, I will bring you guys back. We will open them up, do that taste test, talk about it, and close out the show. Alrighty, also that is going to be your A to Z on these beef back ribs, and I can tell you they are probably one of the more simple things that you could smoke. I mean, you know, they are very forgiving, more forgiving than say a dino or even a pork rib. These came in quick at about 3 hours at 275. As I showed you along the way here, you're not going to probe the meat for temperature. You're going to probe it for toothpick tender. And once they hit toothpick tender in between the bones, you are good to go. And as I said, pretty simple cook. My Black Earth, I've mentioned this in the past in a couple other videos. I absolutely love that. That pit. I love the hybrid. Sometimes I just want to throw some burgers on and I just fire up the gas. Other times I want to hit it with a little bit of smoke like today when I have more time. So it gives me the ability to do both. And look, it is brutally hot. I don't know how it is in your neck of the woods, but I could tell you here in the Garden State, we are smoking hot, man. Not only hot, the humidity is off the charts. I mean, I feel like I lived in Florida. And oh, by the way, I could never live in Florida just for this reason alone. I mean, if you hear me talk, it absolutely just, the humidity just takes my breath, you know, just takes my breath away. So we are going to jump right into this. We cheated on the bones. Anytime you've got meat piling up in the middle, is a good way to do it is to cheat on the bones as this. So we've got a nice... no, look, we've got a nice order of some ribs here. You can dress them up with some BBQ sauce if you like. I like a little bit of honey on mine. I'll hit them with BBQ sauce in the tonight when I fix these up for dinner. I'll make a little bit of pasta, maybe a little bit of rice, either or, and hit them with some BBQ sauce. Then I'm not going to do it now because it's about 10:30, 11 o'clock here in the Garden State, so let's just give you guys that bite. Oh, yeah. Some good eats right there. So we've got a nice dose of, we definitely got a nice dose of smoke on this. I definitely get that. You know, you're not going to get that wow factor as you would, say, a dino rib. But then again, I only paid about 25 bucks for these 2 racks. So, hey, man, it is a trade-off, and it is definitely worth it. These are beefy, man. These, it's like a prime rib bone, what you get in between the bone. That's what this is, only... You know, there's a heck of a lot more meat in this. This is going to be your beef plate ribs. If you see these in the market, you are definitely going to want to pick them up. They are beefy. They are salty. I've got that Uncle Steve Shake Magic Rib Rub on there. They are perfect, man. Perfectly tender. and easily a must make, that is for sure. That is going to put a pin in this show here. I appreciate you all for watching. If you've got any questions on this cook or any other cook, just leave it down in the description as I try to answer all the questions. Again, my name is Tommy. I appreciate you all for watching, and until next time, we will see you soon.